This is cs952, Introduction to Web Technologies and Design. From time to time, someone will come across an issue where they have followed all the steps, they have made a change to their template, and then when they load their web page, they don't see that change reflected in their web pages. Even though they've changed the template, they haven't changed their web pages. So for this example right here, I've got email. This is where we're going to set up our email link to our contact page instead of just sitting there alone being an email link. So I'm going to click on my email. I'm going to change this to contact. ACT. I'm going to hit F5 to refresh. And I'm going to link it to a file. And I'm going to link it to, of course, my contact page that I just created. So I'm going to say OK. There's my contact page, and I'm going to hit Save All. Now, I just made a change to my contact page, but I didn't change all of the pages in my site. There was no dialog box popped up that said, do you want to update all these pages? And the reason that I had this problem is because I actually do not have a working site definition for this website. So you're still able to open and work on a website without having a site definition for a site. You can just do one page real quick if you want. It's not required that you have a site definition, but in order to take advantage of the file management capabilities of Dreamweaver, you need to have a site definition. Now sometimes you may run into this problem and we have a save and a save all button up here in the upper left hand corner, and you'll notice that I've almost always used the save all command because typically you may be working with several different files when you're working on your website, right? You're working on your whatever the web page is. You may be making changes to the CSS as well. When you're working on your template, you actually, when you save your template changes, you want to update all those pages based on your template. So I have run into cases where Dreamweaver will think that, well, I'm working on my template page. I hit save. All I want to do is just save this template, but I don't want to update all the pages along with it. So for this reason, I always use the Save All button because for me, I've never had a failure for pages to update when I use the Save All button. Now in this case, we didn't get the proper update because we didn't have a working site definition. Because I happened to, if you move from one computer and switch to another one, you need to recreate that site definition. You don't have to recreate the website, but you do need to recreate the site definition. Or you can be working on one website while you actually have files open from a different website. So right now I don't have a website selected. I've just got my general desktop over here. So Dreamweaver doesn't know that there's a connection between this template file and all the pages that were generated from it. So I'm going to recover my site definition. I actually just deleted it. Let me open it back up again. Let me go to Manage Sites. And I'm going to choose Import. And let's see, Desktop. I saved it out here on my desktop. And I'm going to say OK and Done. So to make sure that you get all of your pages to update properly, and it's really important that you do that. Whenever you're working on your template, you want to make sure that when you hit Save All, you get that dialog box that says, do you want to update all those pages? If you don't, stop, because you're not going to be successful in updating your website. You're just spinning your wheels. So if I look over here, first I can see, and this is a really good sign, I see the site definition that says Jose G, for this is Jose Garcia. And here are all my files. In my menu bar it says Contact. Now let's open up a page that was created from it. Hey, well, let's just open up the Contact page. When I look at my Contact page, it still says Email. Okay. So if I hit Save All, well, nothing happened because Dreamweaver doesn't see that I've made any changes, right? As far as Dreamweaver is concerned, everything's current because Dreamweaver, since I opened up the program, hasn't detected me making any changes. So if you have this failure of the pages to update, one thing you can do is just do some goofy little change to force Dreamweaver to go and update the pages. So I'm going to add an extra T onto the word Contact. I'm going to hit Refresh. I'm going to hit Save All. And when I do, look at this. I get my Update All files based on this template dialog box. You need to be sure that you get this dialog box. This is critical. I'm going to say Update. updates all the pages. Now I'm going to close this, and I'm going to go back here. Now contact, notice contact has an asterisk next to it. It has an asterisk because it has an unsaved change. And what's that unsaved change? It's where Dreamweaver updated it and added on the extra T. Remember just a second ago this said email, and now it says contact with an extra T. So I'm going to hit save all again. Now this is great because I know that that link has been established between my template page and all the pages generated from it. However, I don't want that extra T in contact. So I just go back and undo my goofy change. I'm going to get rid of that T. There is a command. It's under, I think, modify, library, and templates. You can force it to update the pages, and you'll go through and have it update the pages. But usually, whenever I want to make these kind of changes, I will just make some goofy change down here, hit save all, and then hit update. I'm going to hit close. Now let's open up our contact page. And now we have a proper link for contact. Let's see, I don't know if I made all the changes to let's see, so contact, yeah, that looks good. So now I've got a proper link to contact. If I preview this in my web browser, let's go to Firefox. Okay? And if I click on my contact button, there's my contact page. If I click on my home page, that'll take me back to my contact page. So again, from time to time you may find that you've been working on your template file and it doesn't update properly. So the first thing, you need to make certain that you have a current and accurate site definition. And a site definition is nothing more than just the name of your website and what folder all of your files are in. That's enough for you to do all the work you ever need to do in Dreamweaver, and that takes maybe 15 seconds to put together. If you want to upload and download files to the internet, then you need to do a server definition, which takes a little bit more time. That's where you have to put in a password and an FTP, and it's kind of like part 2 of setting up your website. But just defining a website, all you need to do is say this is the name of my website and this is the folder where all of my files live. So you need to make sure you have an accurate and current site definition. You need to make sure that it's selected over here in your files panel. And if for some reason you make a change and you don't see that dialog box that comes up that says you want to update all these pages, just go back and make some goofy change. I just added in the extra letter T, hit save all. You should definitely get this update template files dialog box. Absolutely. You need to make sure that this box pops up and say update. Goes through and updates all of your pages. So I'm going to hit close. Now I'm going to just delete, undo that change. I'm going to hit refresh if I want to so it looks correct over here. Hit save all. Update all the pages. I'm going to close that. And again, notice that my contact page has that little asterisk next to it because it has an unsaved change. So you want to make sure that when you are doing your save all commands, that if you have a page that's open, like I have this contact page open, the asterisk is there because it has unsaved changes. One more time, make sure to avoid having any errors with updating the pages generated from your template file, that you always have your a current site definition. You're always working in your site definition. You can make any little goofy change you want to your template page. Use the Save All button and make sure you get that file dialog box that says, do you want to update all pages? And if for some reason you find that your template is not in sync with your pages generated from it, that the template and the pages generated from it don't look the same, you can make just some little goofy change on your template page and then use that Update All button, and Dreamweaver will go through and get all those pages that you created from your template back to match the state of your template page.